Thompson Sound Marine Park Reserve. It's a very popular spot. And, oh, I see a little Ranger tug right out in the front here. It looks like us out there. We're turning around now because things are looking crowded, and we're going to go back into this bay right back here and try to find a nice spot. This place has a freshwater lake that we're going to walk to, very short walk. And so we're looking forward to swimming and getting the dogs swimming in fresh water also. Here we are in, where are we? Teneos Bay.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. We're stern tide. We're anchored and stern tide. And let's see what else we got here. We're buddied up with another boat right next door to us. And let's see. Okay, we got some oysters. I'm going to cook those in a few minutes and see how that is. We're tied to a tree so we don't spin around. And there's one of our other boats over there. He's anchored by himself. Okay, this is funny. This is funny.
Mom, I'm being attacked by the kissing dachshunds.
Get him.
No, sweetie, no. No, sweetie, no. Stop the kissing. I can't do anything if you keep kissing.
We are approaching the place where we're going to anchor at MITLINATCH Island. And we'll be going ashore in our dinghy to observe breeding and
Okay, honey, can you turn around and talk to the camera? So tell us where we are and what we're doing.
We are at MITLINATCH Island and we're going bird watching. There are breeding birds here, the pelagic cormorants and different gulls, which I'm not exactly sure which. We're anchored out right out here with two other boats that we're traveling with. And we're going to go to shore for a little while. The dogs need to stay in the boat. They are not allowed to come to this island. And there's our dinghy right over there. And we dragged it up so we can float away while we're gone. And we'll see what we can find here. There's a trail, there's a docent here, and they have information on the island that we're going to go pick up right now.
Well, here we are. We climbed the hill a little bit, and this is what we're seeing. It says MITLINATCH Island Nature Park. On the other side of the sign, which we didn't realize, is another sign, and this is really cool. It says Life on MITLINATCH Island. And so we're going to see two different types of cormorants, I think, the double-crested and the pelagic. Debbie said she thinks there's reptiles. I said there's no reptiles on this island, and sure enough, she was right. These large garter snakes, western terrestrial garter snake, forage on both land and sea. They display the unusual behavior of securing their prey by coiling it around it, kind of like a constrictor, which is very unusual. I hope to find one of these. They have mice, harbor seals, sea lions. California and Stellar are distinguished by this. Mature California males are distinguished from Stellar males by the California's smaller size, more streamlined shape, and prominent ridge on their foreheads. So here we are walking up the trail that leads over to the other side of the island. So we think this is the latrine.
Look at this! Oh my gosh!
I gotta see this. Oh, my dog. Let's get a photo of it.
Yep, there's the toilet. That is hilarious. So this is how you know whether or not somebody's using the toilet. You have this thing here, and right now it says free vacant. and then you turn it around and it says occupied. Is that hilarious? Well, we reached the other side of the island. I think that was an arduous 200 yards. Just kidding. And there's some people coming up the trail. There's a couple of sailboats out in the bay. And a powerboat. I think that's the big powerboat that came in behind us and that saw that we were there and decided to come in here instead. Hello.
Hi.
Well, what have you seen so far?
Well,
Hummingbird.
Are there any docents here, or any naturalists here, or people that you could talk to in the sheds or building?
yes. Yes, Julie's in there.
Julie's in
Oh,
there.
Julie.
You, yes.
Yeah.
That's sweet. And what are you guys on? One of these boats out here?
No, we're doing the
Here
same
too.
thing. We're volunteers.
Oh, you're volunteering.
Oh, you're volunteers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're the people to talk to.
Well, it depends on what you ask.
Well, was that a rufous-sided towhee that I heard a minute ago? Okay.
There are about 8 of them. That
Yeah, and the snakes. Where can I find a snake? I really want to see a snake.
Well, you.
And what do they
you
eat?
saw one, didn't you?
Well, actually, the snakes are really interesting. There's some inland. You'll see them on the pathways,
Okay.
scooting away from you.
Okay.
And then there's some, unfortunately, they're out of bounds, way
Uh-huh.
out in the rocks, and they live in the rock,
Wow.
in the right at the above the waterline,
Wow.
and go into the ocean and hunt the little.
They're like
skulkers.
sea snakes in a way, but
In a
they
way.
are, that's a very unusual. So are they a species unto themselves?
They're
These
a
particular.
garter snake. They're a garter snake, but I think they've been developed here
Mm-hmm.
because there's no people.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't. They
So
just,
they've evolved.
They've evolved,
And wow, that's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
It is. It's wonderful.
Right.
So this is the volunteer cabin where the two people that we were just talking to, they stay here on the island for a week or two at a time. And wow, what a cool place this is. And there's my Sibley book. And oh man, I would love to stay here for a week or two. Is anybody home?
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
You don't mind if I film you a little bit?
Well, that's okay, I guess.
How lucky are you that you get to stay here for what, a week or two?
Yeah, we're here 7 days.
Nice.
Yes.
Are you a naturalist like myself?
Well, I'm actually a cheesemaker with a biology background.
Oh, very good, very good.
So cheesemaking to make money, biology's my...
Yes,
field
and
of
of course you got the Sibleys.
Yeah.
Which I have several of those.
Yeah. Where are you coming from, you folks?
We have 3 boats that are anchored right across the way on the other,
okay.
just over the other side of the island. And I'm from Southern California. This is my wife Debbie.
Hi.
John's from California.
All right.
Carol's from California. I don't know where she is.
Oh,
They're from Utah. We're a disparate group.
That's great.
With
Well-
similar boats.
With similar boats, okay. And you met Gary and Bly on the trail?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so we're all from Salt Spring.
Yes, nice.
And we come every 1st of August, well, 4th of August. And yeah, it's a little bit of a different year this year because we're not seeing as many juvenile gulls
That's what he said,
as
yeah.
usual. But Gary's the avid birder, so he's like goes around and identifies everything that's here.
Yeah.
And or we do our best to do that. And actually, I was just reading the journal, the rest of the journal from this year. Everyone who comes here has some background or interest in the biology. So there's really good birders, and there's people who study the snakes, and other people who
Herpetologists,
are plant experts, and yeah. So
Well, my friend is a herpetologist,
Yeah.
and I'm going to write him. I hope to get a picture of one of your snakes
Yes.
and then send it to him because he'll be so jealous.
yes, good luck.
'Cause he's been
They're
all
hard
o-
to find.
Oh, that's too bad.
But there's definitely, I mean, this rock harbors some of the native cactus on the island, on the
wow.
other side, and that's where I saw snakes the other day, like
Oh,
just
nice.
sunning on the rock. Yeah.
Nice.
So the farmer that was here originally, was this his cabin here?
This,
or-
well, we were just trying to figure that out. We have a history book of the
Oh.
island, and yeah, he brought his sheep to the island in the late part of last century,
Yeah.
and did build a cabin, a summer cabin for the family, and they had their kids here and everything. So as far as we know, this is the original cabin that he built from the description in the history. I should know more about that, but he built it on the exposed rock in the sheltered bay, so this is probably it.
And does he still own the island?
No. He sold the island to BC Parks in...
Oh, nice.
Parks took it over in 1961.
Oh, that long ago?
Yeah, that long ago. And this volunteer organization is much more recent. In 2000 and what are we at now? In 2010, this MITLINATCH Island stewardship team took the responsibility of caretaking the island from April till September, and so Parks is our support, but we get ourselves out here and bring our water and all our food and
I can
our
see
tent.
some of that water down there.
Yeah, and huge project.
So how do you get to be a volunteer? Now that we're trying to, because from your time and our limited knowledge.
Well, we get that
I'm
question
just
a
curious.
lot, and we have there's a lovely website, and people just try and get on a list. But the thing is, there's so many people who want to do it that finding a week, and you have to commit to 7 days, so finding a week that's open is challenging. But I've been told there is a sub list that you can get on, and that's kind of the way to get in.
Yeah,
And otherwise, I've been invited by my friend who's been coming for 22 years.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Bly and Gary as well have been invited. And so now we all get along. Like, think about being on this island for 7 days with people that you know you can,
really cool.
want to live with.
Well, here we are up at the top, where this is called the gull blind, where we could look down and hopefully see some nesting birds. Oh, they see something.
Not sure what they're doing there.
Well, looks like there's a pair of nesting glaucous winged gull, and that's what I spent 15 minutes trying to figure out what these are, because there's 3 other gulls that look just like this. There's the glaucous wing, and then the glaucous and the Thayer's gull. But it's been confirmed these are the glaucous winged gulls. And it looks like there's one over there on a rock nesting as well. And look over there in the grass, right there in the grass. There's one for sure nesting.
Right over here, close by.
And they're looking at us. It's too bad we can't see any baby birds, but that would be really fun. That day's not over.